The war fractured long before the next battlefield ignited. It fractured inside the Celestial Palace, in the silence that followed Vega's trembling voice. The screens glowed with the image of catastrophe. Frozen wastelands, collapsing skies. The violent collision between Milim Nava and Zeranis carved scars across the world itself. And for the first time since joining Feldway's cause, Vega understood fear beyond survival. Velzard's made her move? Feldway's question carried calm certainty, as though he already stood several moves ahead of everyone else in the room. Vega answered with a slow nod, but the admission tasted bitter inside him. Milim and Zeranis had shattered the illusion of scale. Their battle crushed his understanding of strength itself. They're both more fearsome than I ever imagined. The words escaped reluctantly. Vega hated them the moment they surfaced. Monsters once seemed conquerable through ambition, evolution, or time. Now he stared directly at the impossible truth. Milim existed beyond calculation. Zeranis existed beyond reason. And Velzard, the silent dragon manipulating events from the shadows, laughed at powers capable of ending civilizations. Yet Zerario refused awe entirely. He entered carrying irritation instead of fear, his expression twisted with disgust as reports continued flooding the chamber. The Insectors had haunted countless battlefields across history. Entire nations collapsed beneath their swarms. Strategies failed. Armies vanished. Milim annihilated them without sacrificing a single soldier. To Zerario, that result humiliated everyone standing inside the palace. So what are you going to do about this, Feldway? The question carried accusation more than curiosity. Their plans were unraveling. The war had begun slipping away from prediction itself. Then Jahil arrived. Rage entered before his footsteps did. I would have defeated our divine enemy. Hatred poured from him with violent intensity. Luminus consumed his thoughts completely. Revenge eclipsed strategy. Pride eclipsed restraint. Jahil viewed Zerario's interference as theft, as though destiny itself had denied him the satisfaction of killing her personally. Feldway listened quietly. That silence unsettled the room more than shouting ever could. Daggrel had joined their ranks. Fen remained loyal. Luminus stood isolated already. Feldway explained every detail with surgical calm, but Jahil refused reason because vengeance had already consumed him long ago. Then Feldway spoke again. Won't you listen to me? The chamber froze. No threat touched the words. No anger surfaced in his tone. Yet his aura descended across the room like invisible poison. Dino stiffened immediately. Vega lowered his eyes instinctively. Jahil's fury collapsed into terror so quickly that even he seemed ashamed of it. I apologize. Fear replaced rage completely. And beneath that suffocating silence, Feldway finally revealed the true shape of the war. Kronoa's Serial, Masayuki's Uriel, Veldora's Dragon Factors. Those objectives remained. Everything else had begun losing value, because Feldway himself had started doubting the foundation of Michael's ambition. The dream once sounded absolute. Gather the angelic ultimate skills, ascend beyond mortality, recreate the omniscient creator himself. Michael pursued that vision with unwavering obsession. Feldway saw only failure now. Veldanava already proved the flaw within divinity. The creator fell because humanity existed exactly as he designed it. Desire, emotion, attachment, those gifts destroyed perfection from within. Gods never collapsed beneath superior power. They collapsed beneath the imperfections they nurtured. Michael vanished. The vessel vanished with him. The war shifted. Victory or defeat is all about the luck of the moment anyway. Feldway accepted that truth bitterly. Chasing Masayuki carried humiliation now, not purpose. Ludora's power protected him. Velgrind remained beside him. Sending anyone except Velzard, or Feldway himself, would invite catastrophe. Even Kronoa lost strategic importance. So when Jahil finally demanded clarity, Feldway answered with chilling simplicity. All we will go after are Veldora's factors. The room accepted the order. Only after everyone departed did uncertainty return. Feldway stood alone inside the silence, staring toward possibilities even he could not fully predict. Will Velzard achieve her goals for me? A cold smile surfaced across his face. Elsewhere, far from the suffocating tension of the palace, another gathering unfolded beneath entirely different absurdity. Rimuru expected destruction when he arrived at Lubelius. Instead, he found Shion serving pastries. The contrast disturbed him more than war itself. The Holy Empire's capital should have burned. Jahil's presence alone promised devastation. The skies above the world already drowned beneath conflict. Milim fought Zeranis. Angels assaulted nations. Dagrul marched toward betrayal. And Shion stood proudly beside a tray of sweets. "I've tested them for poison for you, so please dig in." Rimuru accepted one cautiously. Poison never threatened him. Shion's cooking terrified him infinitely more. Her meals once resembled biological warfare given physical form. Appearance, texture, smell, every detail screamed death, despite somehow tasting miraculous. Survival against her cuisine required faith stronger than most religions. Then he took a bite. The pastry melted delicately across his tongue. Refined sweetness spread perfectly through each layer. The fragrance lingered elegantly. The balance felt impossibly precise. Rimuru froze. "I made those." Shion's proud smile deepened his confusion further. Reality itself seemed unstable. Shion, the woman capable of weaponizing food presentation against human sanity, had somehow crossed the impossible divide between flavor and appearance. Then Luminus entered carrying visible exhaustion. "She comes in here brimming with confidence," Luminus complained bitterly. "And then she makes these unconventional-looking things that barely seem like food." Frustration sharpened her voice, but reluctant admiration lingered beneath it. Shion's dishes tasted so incredible that others attempted replicating them, threatening Lubelius's culinary standards entirely. And the solution had been absurdly simple. Force Shion to taste her own cooking first. That realization struck Rimuru harder than expected. Shion never lacked talent. She lacked awareness. The calm surrounding them fractured moments later when the true discussion resumed. Ramirez's report still echoed through Rimuru's mind. Milim remained locked against Zeranis. Hinata and the Crusaders remained absent from Lubelius. Jahil's appearance should have transformed the capital into ruins. Instead, the Empire survived. They have withdrawn. Luminus revealed the information calmly, though Jahil's name darkened her expression instantly. "He and I have some history." The room quieted. Then the past emerged. Twilight Valentine, the king of Twilight, an existence standing at the origin of forgotten civilizations themselves. Jahil and Luminus shared the same creator, the same divine source, the same monstrous legacy. He came from a culture of the demigod's body. Luminus spoke with visible disgust before turning the revelation toward herself. "I am a sort of copy of the demigod." Rimuru listened carefully as history unfolded, piece by piece. Vampires, high humans, ancient disciples, vanished bloodlines, entire races originated from fragments of the same immortal existence. And Jahil stood at the center of those remnants, like a curse refusing extinction. Because mortality itself failed to contain him, Jahil studied death until he conquered it. The secret art of spiritualization transformed his existence entirely. Flesh lost meaning. The body became spiritual matter, while only the astral self endured permanently. Reincarnation arts carried flaws. Possession weakened souls. Jahil perfected continuity. He could safely and surely inherit all the knowledge, experience, and skills he had gained in life. Luminous' explanation chilled the room. Every vessel came from his own bloodline. Every rebirth preserved him completely. Footman's stolen body suddenly made horrifying sense. Jahil never survived through luck. He engineered immortality deliberately. Yet arrogance poisoned him long before death ever could. While Jahil pursued forbidden research, his nation fractured beneath ambition and corruption. Then he summoned Guy Crimson, the greatest mistake of his life, the most uncontrollable of demons. That single decision destroyed his empire permanently. Still, Jahil's hatred endured across centuries unchanged. Luminus killed Twilight Valentine, their creator, her own father, and Jahil's resentment calcified into obsession. "He was always hostile toward me." Luminus spoke calmly, but exhaustion lingered beneath her composure. "I had assumed he had died long ago. What a happy thought that was." Even Benimaru struggled against him. That realization unsettled everyone present. If Benimaru failed to overpower Jahil completely, then very few individuals across the world possessed genuine chances of victory. And yet Lubelius still stood untouched. Luminus revealed why with quiet pride. After witnessing a certain evil dragon erase her city once before, she rebuilt Lubelius around absolute defense. Holy barriers layered endlessly across the capital, strengthened through the prayers and faith of millions. Even Jahil failed to break through them. That confidence settled briefly across the room. Then Rimuru shattered the relief immediately. "Dagruls turned on us. Silence followed. He's on the march even as we speak. And somewhere beyond the horizon, another catastrophe had already begun moving toward them.